Yeah. So good morning, guys. So in the last three sessions, we have discussed and practiced and seen about the functions. So what is a function? What is the advantage of the function? Disadvantage of the function? How to define a function? What are all the things that we can do with the functions? Types of arguments, return statement. Um, So function call, function parameters, variable scope, lifetime, local variables, global variables, how to resolve the names, return statement, different kinds of arguments like required arguments, keyword arguments, default arguments, variable length arguments, anonymous functions, that is lambda function, recursive functions, recursion versus iteration. All these things we have discussed in last few sessions. In this session, in this and maybe in the next session also, we'll be discussing more on strings. So can anybody tell me what is a string? So according to your knowledge, so what is a strings? What is a string actually? Can anyone recall, or you can type, or you can unmute and you can speak? Anything on strings, guys? An array of characters, group of characters. A string is a group of characters. So I am seeing few messages from Deepthi, Shashidhar message, Lahari message, Yashaswini told group of characters. So sequence of character array, Vishnu told that. Yeah, all those are correct. But let us see in a larger picture about the strings. I hope my screen is visible at this point. Is my PPT visible to you guys at this now? Yeah, basically string is a character, is a sequence of letters. So that's what we can say it as a larger picture, sequence of letters. So it is letter called characters. So you write a letter, one is also a letter, A is also a letter, capital A is also a letter, small a is also a letter. In Python, string starts and end with either single or double quotes. You can see the difference over here. Either you can use a single quote, either you can use a single quote, double quote, or you can use a single quote on both the sides. On either of the sides of those characters which you want to make a string, you are supposed to put either a single quote or a double quote. So like if you can say that, so let us say string 1 is equals to, I wanted to create a new string at this point of time. I want to create a new string here. So str string 1 is equals to welcome to our object oriented Python programming. This is our string. This is our string. So we can write it in another fashion also. String 2 is equals to, with a single quotes, hello. So both are fine. Both are correct. Now we have two strings. If we want to print both of the strings, print string 1 comma string 2 end is equals to backslash n. So let us stay with this. So string 1 and string 2. So we can say sep is equals to backslash n. So yeah, so it's not end, it is sep. So separating, I am separating both the objects to be printed with the separation of a new line character. You know, this is can be called as a control character or escape sequence characters also. Backslash n is escape sequence character. Escape sequence character, or we can call them as a special character. or control character. You can call it with any of the names. So I'm using a separator while printing string 1 and string 2 in a new line. So I've got the first string, which I've used with the help of a double quote, and second string, which I've used with the help of a single quote. So this is how we create strings. We define strings in Python programming language. So defining strings, that's what we have done. This is how the strings are stored inside inside the memory. So a sequence of characters which are stored in continuous memory locations and which can be indexed from zero, This is my string gotcha. So this is the string which we are going to operate for the rest of the class. So in the PPT, and we will do some other some other example in our Google Colab things. This is how we try to create a string. And how do you access a single character from the string? With the help of index. As we have seen in this particular slide, the index starts from 0 and 0 indicates Z. So my string of 0, it will give you the character G. My string of 4 will give you the character A. My string of 4 will give you the character A. So this is how we try to access a single character of that particular string based on the index position, which was there at the time of string creation. This is how we try to access a single character from the string. So negative index. So there is a negative indices which start at the end of the string and move left. So this is the new thing. So index 0 and 1, we know it. We know very well. So it starts from left to right. Whereas the negative indexing starts from right to left. The negative indexing starts from right to left. So if you see my string of 7, because our index starts from 0 to 6, because there is no element with the element here. There is no element here on the 7th index position. That's the reason you will get an error, string index out of range, because for the string the index possibility is the index possibility is 0 to 6. We cannot do with the index position of 7. That's the reason we got an error called string index out of range. So how do you access substrings? We have a concept called slicing inside the strings. Can anybody tell me how the slicing works on? We have discussed these things earlier. Can anybody tell me how the slicing works on? With index, yes.
With index, sir.
Yeah, with index. So now here it is 1, 2, 3. So what are the possible values that it will be here? What is the range that is going to generated here? 1, 2, 3. Guys, 1 and 2. So what is the reason for that, Nissar?
సార్ అర్థం కాలేదు సార్ మళ్ళీ అడుగుతారా
1, 2 రావడానికి రీజన్ ఏంటి?
ఇక్కడ ఇండెక్స్ లో మనం 1 2 3 అని ఇచ్చాం కదా సార్, అది 3 తీసుకోకుండా జస్ట్ 1 and 2 ని డిస్ప్లే చేస్తుంది.
Yes, so it will not be considering the index 3. So because it follows the mathematical range policies like this. It will include the left hand bound and it will exclude the right hand bound. It will include the left boundary and exclude the right boundary. That's the basic rule of slicing in Python. That's the basic rule of slicing in Python. So how do you slice? We give, for slicing we have to give, for slicing we need to specify start, end, start and end. For slicing, we have to specify start and end. The same way mentioned in this particular slide. The same way mentioned in this particular slide. If you see the first example, 1, 2, 3, where in this particular range we said the left boundary will be considered and the right boundary will be excluded. So only the index positions generated are 1, 2. According to the string and the indexes, so it will be considered 1 and 2. Only this part will be considered. Only this part will be attained. So when you take no left boundary, only right boundary, which means the left boundary starts from 0, which means this becomes 0 to 3. It becomes 0, 3. Let us check all these things so that we will have a much more elaborated idea on these things. So my string is equals to Kumar. So I wanted to declare this particular string. So I have declared it. I wanted to print this entire string in character by character. So how can you print a string? How can you print a string? You can just print my string. So I've printed that. So I don't want to do this. I wanted to print character by character. So how can I print a character by character? I have to consider a loop here. So I will write simple for loop for I in range. So what is the range that I have to take here? I have to take the entire sequence of the string. So for range, len of my string. So which means you people know what is range function. For range function, we have to specify 3 arcs. 3 arcs: start, end, step. If you give only one argument, it will consider it as the end. Begin will be 0 and step will be 1. So this is what I am taking my for loop starting from. So for I in range, len of my string. Now I wanted to print each character. So here I is nothing but the index. I wanted to print each character of that particular string. So for print my string of I. So after executing this particular thing, I'll be getting the entire string Pawan Kumar. Each and everything in a new character. You don't want to be in a new character. Okay, you can give it, right? End is equals to, I wanted to put an R symbol. So everything I have got like this. So this is how you try to achieve the index position to access each and every character of that particular string by using index. So this is how you can access a one particular indexed character of that particular string, but you wanted to have a slice of that particular string. So you have a big cake. Okay, you have a big cake. You wanted to cut that cake into pieces. So let us say Pawan can eat a big piece of cake. Kumar can eat only a small piece of cake. So how many portions of that particular cake have to be given to Pawan? From where to where? So flour unnadi ivala, flour lenadi ivala, cream ekku unnadi ivala, cream lenadi ivala. You have to specify. The one who is cutting that particular cake have to specify a piece evariki vellali. We need to specify, right? When I am cutting the cake, I should know which piece have to be served to which person. So in the same way, when you wanted to slice a string, you should be giving two things, either the starting position and the ending position. So if you don't specify the starting position, it will be considered defaultly as 0. If you don't specify the ending position, it will be considered as the length of that particular string. Let us try to slice the same string. Now I wanted to slice Pawan in this particular string. Only Pawan. Only this particular part I wanted to slice. So what is my index? My index starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So my index starts from 0 to 10. Now I wanted to slice from 0 to 4. I wanted to slice till this particular point. I want the character 4 also. If I want the character 4, I should be specifying my end as 5. So how I am slicing it now? So print, what is the string variable name? My string of, what is my starting position? I don't need to specify starting position because I wanted to consider it from the 0th index. So till which position you have to consider? I want to consider till the character, the index position 5. So which means my expected output is Pawan. My expected output is Pawan. Let us check it out whether it is correct or not. Yes, it is correct. Now I wanted to slice from VAN space KUM. VAN space KUM, which means 6 characters I wanted to print. I wanted to print 6 characters. So which starts from the index position 2 to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I wanted to print all these characters, which I can do it with the help of 2, 8. 2, 8. This is what I wanted to slice at this particular point of time. You can try to do like this as well. SS is equal to, you can put this particular part here. The particular substring will be stored at that particular point, and you can print that particular subsidized variable as well. The result will be the same. So you don't want to specify anything. SS1 is equals to my string of int SS1. If you observe very clearly, we have not specified the start and end index positions. By default, the PVM will consider 0 as start and len of that string, length of the string, as end. Length of the string as end character. So this is how you try to slice a string. You wanted to slice the last part. You wanted to slice the last part of the index. So SS2 is equal to my string of 4, 2. So which means it will consider 4th. So what is the position that is at 4th index? From N. From N to Kumar it will be printed. From N to Kumar it will be printed. We need to print this as well. Print Are you able to follow me, guys? Guys, are you able to follow me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is the simple thing about the accessing of substrings, this particular concept is called slicing. Simple ga manam cake slices కింద ఎలా అయితే కట్ చేసి ఇంకొకరికి ఇవ్వడానికి ట్రై చేస్తామో, so we are making the small piece of the original thing. So for distribution, ఎవరికి ఏ పార్ట్ కావాలంటే ఆ పార్ట్ డిస్ట్రిబ్యూషన్ కి, for making the substring, to make a substring we are doing slicing concept. So special characters. So special characters, or you can say escape sequence characters. So whatever the things you wanted to say, these are called special characters. You wanted to use a single quote inside your text. you have to use like this. So which is nothing but this suppressor. This backslash is suppressor and makes a new character. You want a backslash in your text, you have to use double backslash. You have to use a single quote in your text, you have to use slash double quote. You wanted to use a double quote, this is how you are supposed to use. You wanted to use a new line character, backslash n, tab, backslash t. These are the special characters in the strings. So if you see the example here, he said wow. He said wow. This is the text that I wanted to print. This is the text I wanted to print now. If you see, this will generate an error because inside, so till this point, till this double quote before the wow, it will be considered a string. After that, wow exclamation will not be a string anymore. So that's why it will generate an error, invalid syntax. This is not a valid syntax. So how it will become a valid syntax? You can use single quotes. You can use a single quote. You want a double quote for sure, you have to use backslash double quote. You have to use backslash double quote. Anything, either of it. You can use either of this, either this way or this way. Either this way of using it or this way of using it. You have to use either of the things to make it happen. So more string functionality. There are some string functionalities assigned with the strings. So you can find the length of the particular string. So here len is a built-in function which is with which we can find out the length of any object. So len is a built-in function with which we can create, we can find length of the of any object in Python. We can find length of the any object in Python. So let us say len, print len of my string. It is 11. The length of the string, my string is 11. So with the help of len, we can do that. Concatenation. Here plus works as a concatenation operator. Plus works as a concatenation operator. Here string 1 is GAT, string 2 is TSEA. It got gotcha. So we will see the same example for that. So we have two strings with us. So my so let us take two strings now. st1 is equals to Pawan, st2 is equals to Kumar. Now I wanted to concatenate these two strings and make new st3. st3 is equals to Pawan plus Kumar, or st1 plus st2, I can say like that also. st1 plus st2, and I wanted to print st3. Concatenation. Concatenation. I wanted to print this particular part, so it got printed. Sir, it would be better if you have a space in between these characters. Yes, I can add. It's in my hands, right? I wanted to add a double space or whatever I want. I can do that. How many number of spaces I want, I can create a substring inside in between those strings. So I can create strings on my own wish, on my own desired manner. నాకు ఎలా కావాలంటే అలా క్రియేట్ చేసుకుంటానండి స్ట్రింగ్స్ నేను. And you wanted to repeat a particular string, so multiplication. You wanted to repeat this string for 10 times. So basic where we will be using all these things means, let us say I wanted to print 4 strings, 4 characters, 4 patterns. So let us say I wanted to print star 10 times for line separation or something, or if you are doing pattern problems. Even in those pattern problems also, I want to print star 10 times. So that's my thing. So how can I do that? Print. I can write 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is one way of writing. And the other way of writing for I in range of 10, for I in range of 10, print star end is equals to nothing. Okay, this is what I wanted to do. So this is a second way of doing it. One way, second way, print, third way. Yeah, we need to specify the double quotes, right? Oh, sorry. It will be creating because. So this is three ways of doing it. If you ask me which will take lesser time, so obviously this will be taking the lesser time. Obviously this statement will be taking the lesser time, but the effective thing. So every time if you wanted to print 100 stars, you wanted to print 100 star, physically you have to specify all 100 stars here. So if you change just 100 here, it will be done. So this is called string repetition. String repetition. String repetition. This is string repetition in Python, so which is not available in any other programming language. This is the only thing Python has. I mean, exclusively Python has this particular thing. So this is that. So string repetition is that. So string membership operator. We have membership operator. So when we are discussing operators, we have said that we have have membership operators in. So this is an membership operator in. So whether GAT is present in this particular thing or not. Just a sec, guys. Yeah, sorry for the interruption, guys. Yeah, so we were discussing about the strings. So I hope my screen is visible to everyone at this point of time. So you wanted to check whether the given substring is present in the main substring or not. So this is GAT is a string and gotcha is a string. I wanted to check whether GAT is present in gotcha or not. So to check that particular thing, I have an operator called in operator, which is nothing but membership operator. So membership operator, we will call it as a membership operator. In is a membership operator. So I can check whether the substring 1 is present in substring 2 or not. Substr1 is present in substr of 2, substr2. So I wanted to check that particular thing. So for the same example, we will take got in. So whether it is present or not, I wanted to just particular thing. So you will be getting true. So I wanted to check Pavan in Kumar. Pavan in Kumar. So it is false because string 1, which is Pavan, is not present in string 2 Kumar. Which is not present in string 2 Kumar. That's the simple meaning, simple reason. So in is nothing but a membership operator. So while moving into the next concept, string methods. We have some inbuilt methods which can be done with the help of strings. There are many functions which we can do. Excuse me. Which we can do multiple operations on those strings. In Python, a method is a function that is defined with respect to a particular object. So function and normal ga manam raskunedi edaina object to associate ayi unte, so which is nothing but class. So object ani ekkada vadtamu, class ki objects untayi. We can create objects for classes. So when some functions were associated with those kind of objects, we can say it as a method. So a method is a function that is defined with respect to a particular object. So method dot object, and for that particular method we will be giving parameters. So method is a function. If this particular method is associated with an object, that we will be creating, naming it as a method. So DNA is a string now, which is having ACGT value. Now I wanted to find whether the character T or the string T is present in DNA or not. So string dot find, and the substring that you wanted to find, you have to give it as an argument, as a parameter, So yes, it is present. If it is present, it will give the index position of that particular string. The starting index position of that particular string can be achieved with the support of find function, with the help of find function. And the other methods. So gotcha is a string, and you wanted to find ATT. ATT is a substring. Whether is this substring present in this particular string or not? Yes, it is present. From ATT starts from which index? ATT starts from index 1. So that's why the result is 1. Now, gotcha. So in that particular string, you wanted to count the occurrences of T. Then it will give 2 because T occurred twice in that particular string. Now, lower. So all the characters of the string were mentioned in the uppercase characters, and you wanted to make them into the lowercase characters. So you will use string dot lower. If all the characters are there in lowercase character and you wanted to shift them to uppercase characters, you will use upper function. So if you want to replace one character with the other character, or one substring with the other substring, so all the places where G is present, that will be converted to U. So you have G here, only there, so it will be converted to U. You wanted to convert C into U, so this C will be converted to U. You wanted to replace AT. So wherever AT occurs, you wanted to replace it with the help of double star. So here it got replaced. AT and AT replaced with double star. You wanted to do with starts with. So starts with ante whether this particular string is starting with this particular character or not. So as you can see, so it is starting with the capital G, so it produced true. So you can see here, this is not getting right. So because it starts from capital G and you are checking with small g, that is the difference. So that's why it didn't got worked out. So strings are immutable. This you people are well aware of that. So strings are immutable. So strings cannot be changed. Once you said, so like this. So this is the string that you have defined. You cannot change a character of the string. You cannot replay, you can do replacement. So, but you cannot change the character like this. So this will support. This will support. So, but you can use replacement, but this is not possible. But this is not possible. So strings are immutable. Strings cannot be modified, inserted, create a new one. Instead, you can create a new one. So another example, string methods do not modify the string, they return a new string. Here, if you see, here it is not just replacing. Here sequence is a string. This is not sequence, it is returning a string. It is returning a new string. You have to store this thing in a new variable. You have to store this thing in a new variable. How can we do that? Yeah, let us take st5 is st3 is equals to Pawan. Okay. Now I am doing print st3 dot replace of, I wanted to replace a with a. Here object has no method called replace. Yeah. So if you observe, all a's are modified with k. All a's are modified with k. So if you cannot do that, you cannot store it. So you wanted to print st3. One is only there. You cannot modify that. A new string was created. How to get that new string? You can store this result in a new string. st4 equals to this, and you can print st3 comma st4 end is equals to new line character backslash n. You can see this. It's not end, it is sep. So here you can observe very clearly. So it is not creating, it is not modifying the existing string. It is creating a new string, and that new string you need to print it out for checking purposes. Right? The same thing. So that's what we have done at this point. And the summary of the strings. So what are all the things that we can do with the strings? So we can create the strings with the help of a single quote or a double quote. We can do the concatenation. We can do repetition operation. We can get a single character by index. You can have a substring. You can find the length of the string. You can convert it into an integer or a float. So type conversion is also possible. We have seen a number of occasions with the help of input function. Whenever we take an input by using input function, it will be considered as string. That we need to convert it back into a integers with the help of int, and we want to convert it into float, you can use the float function. Different methods that were attached with the string object. S is nothing but the string object in this particular slide. So string and function, string and methods attached. So while printing, you can do the multiple variables or the combination of explicitly text and variables. All these things we can do that. Some sample problems are there which you can practice on your own. Some solutions also I have given. So while discuss this particular part, we will be seeing in the next class. Any doubts, guys? Because I'll be seeing we'll be seeing some other things in the strings concept in the next session. Any doubts? Any doubts with this topics till now? Discussed what?